Trinidad and Tobago's election date set for Monday, April 28, TTA-AMPLIA expresses gratitude and support for injured pilot. Top Cop visits alma mater on his first official visit to Tobago, and the former Prime Minister calls on TNT to leave the Privy Council. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 18th March 2025. Now to our top story. Trinidad and Tobago's general election date has been set. Just one day after being sworn in as Prime Minister, Stuart Young has announced that the election is Monday, 28 April 2025. In accordance with the Section 68 of the Constitution, Prime Minister Young advised President Christine Kangaloo to dissolve Parliament effective midnight tonight. Additionally, he instructed that writs of election be issued the same day under Section 33 of the Representation of the People Act, Chapter 2.1. Nomination Day has been set for Friday, April 4, 2025, paving the way for political parties to formally declare their candidates ahead of the national election. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, commenting on the election date being called, said many were caught by surprise.
Is definitely intended to catch the opposition, maybe either unawares or maybe flat-footed or maybe at least certainly not ready yet with their full list of 41 candidates, because they've not yet announced a full list of 41 candidates, and in fact they've made it clear they're not even thinking of contesting Tobago. So not even the 39 that one would imagine they would have, they seem to be ready with it. So I think that's part of the thinking behind new Prime Minister Stuart Young making this announcement.
However, he is of the view that the UNC and other parties contesting the election, other than the PNM, have enough time to prepare for the elections.
Of course, it's going to be interesting because they are forming an alliance of sorts with the trade union movement, or at least some parts of the trade union movement. They're forming an alliance with the PEP, and there were some overtures initially by Gary Griffith, but those did not pan out. And of course, they also, I think, seeking to form some sort of loose alliance, possibly with the Congress of the People, or maybe the Congress of the People is seeking to form some sort of alliance with them. But
he said the ruling PNM is operating from a position of strength.
But the reality is that I would think that from this point on, the ruling party, the incumbent, they are moving from a position of strength and readiness and organization, and I think everybody else is playing catch up.
Of course, Tobago Updates will bring comprehensive coverage in the lead up to the elections. In February, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley received Ghanaian yam plants as a gift from President of Ghana, which was subsequently planted in Trinidad. Today, through the Tobago East MP Ayanna Webster Roy, some of those plants were brought to Goodwood for cultivation. She emphasized that this initiative is about more than just agriculture. It's a step towards preserving and fostering local traditions within the community.
Igniting a sense of pride in the people of Goodwood, a sense of pride in the New Yam Festival, and all the potential it has to bring not only economic development to our community, because I live just down the road, but also the potential for this New Yam Festival to help reignite hope in our young people and to move them towards agriculture, not just as a subject in school, but look at agriculture as a meaningful venture.
She also expressed hope for an elaborate yam festival to coincide with the harvest.
At that 9-month mark, I want to see that fancy festival that I sold to Prime Minister happen. I would like to see the harvesting not just happen on a regular day. I want to see the young people in Goodwood from our schools, of police, youth club, of village council come out in the streets, parade the streets, come up to this plot, relive some of the traditions of our ancestors.
She noted that even not only promotes food security in Tobago, but also encourages healthier dietary practices.
I want us to really practice eating better in Tobago East so that we can live long, productive lives. so that each and every one of us would be able to be in our best health, the best versions of ourselves, so that we could continue to make meaningful contributions to national development.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 gigabyte fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
The Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. On Easter Weekend 2025, Tobago is the place to be. From April 17th to 20th, the rhythm, the soul of Tobago. On Thursday, April 17th, get ready for a worship experience at the Shore Park Complex with melodies from heaven. Melodies from heaven. Then on Saturday, 19th April, immerse yourself in the sun, sea, and sand at the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, featuring legends of R&B. On Sunday, 20th April, we bring the curtains down at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium for Fusion. Get your tickets on islandetickets.com now or visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome back. The Trinidad and Tobago Airline Pilots Association has reaffirmed its unwavering support for First Officer Christian Battersby following a tragic incident at the Pigeon Point Beach in Tobago on March 15th. In a statement issued today, the association expressed gratitude to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, the medical teams, and well-wishers who have rallied around Battersby during his recovery. The association assured continued support for Battersby and his family Battersby, stating they remain committed to assisting in any way necessary. Additionally, TTLPA has urged media houses to report accurately, clarifying that Battersby is not paralyzed, contrary to some reports. Video footage shared online showed a woman performing CPR on Battersby after the incident, in which he allegedly jumped off the jetty at Pigeon Point Beach. He was taken to the Scarborough General Hospital, where he is recovering. The Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation has praised the heroic efforts of lifeguards and visiting first responders who saved the life of pilot Christian Battersby after a diving accident at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park on March 15th. Lifeguards Ainswell Mapp, Kern Jackson, and Fred London swiftly rescued Battersby, who later lost consciousness. CPR was administered with assistance from visiting first responders Patrick Evans of the US, Sarah Persson of Sweden, and Anna Hospitalis of Canada. Their quick actions alongside emergency personnel ensured Battersby was revived and transported to the Scarborough General Hospital. The division extend best wishes for his recovery and urge the public to practice water safety. Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin, who is from Tobago, returned to his roots with a special visit to his former schools, Scarborough Methodist Primary and Signal Hill Secondary, on Monday. Accompanied by key law enforcement officials, Benjamin shared words of encouragement with students, reminding them that with determination, they too can achieve their dreams. Reporter Josh Sheldon has this story.
I will have an awesome attitude. That's right. And I want you to have that in your mind, because that's what your attitude will determine your altitude. In other words, your attitude will determine how high you would be.
Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin sharing one of the keys to success with students of his alma mater, Scarborough Methodist Primary School. He shared 4 key life principles with the students.
Wow. Come on.
He also visited his former secondary school, where he was welcomed by the school's cadet force. Addressing the students, Benjamin shared that he was not always the most academically inclined. However, despite his challenges, he persevered and rose to one of the highest positions in the police service.
In 1989, the highest failure is standing before you today as the Commissioner of Police. Oh yeah. True talk. What's the message, my friend? What's the message? This is the message I want to leave with you. Life is not about how you start the race, but how you finish.
He also shared with the students to remain true to themselves, even when they gain success.
You know, as I come out, I see people, I have those, you see all those nice cars and everything goes before me, people opening the door. Don't ever forget that that is not who I am. I am not that. That is my position. But who I am is a normal person that's seeking every day to be the very best. In the midst of my struggles, I'm trying every day to let Trinidad and Tobago see that there's a police service that has a police commissioner that cares about people.
He also reminded them that even in moments of doubt, they each have a purpose to fulfill. Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrell Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrell Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Thanks for staying with us. As of Wednesday, March 12th, nationals of Trinidad and Tobago are required to obtain a visa before traveling to the United Kingdom. This decision follows concerns raised by British authorities regarding an increase in Trinidad and Tobago nationals unlawfully seeking asylum in the UK, which they view as an abuse of the immigration system. In response, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, during the presentation of candidates on Sunday, strongly criticized the UK's decision. He further suggested that the country should consider withdrawing from the Privy Council, advocating for what he termed as full independence. Reporter Josh Sheldon has this report.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley acknowledged the country's ties with the UK and expressed a willingness to address concerns regarding individuals making fraudulent asylum claims. However, he also noted that Britain's decision could have potential effects on Trinidad and Tobago's economy.
What Britain has done there is not only to damage us and our feelings, but to damage our economy as well, because London is a gateway to Europe. And every time you have to pass through London to go and do business. And worse, the visa is very expensive. So it goes from being free to being a charge on you.
He further stated that while some may believe there have been advancements in how Britain perceived Trinidad and Tobago, the UK still regards the nation as inferior. He cited concerns over the fact that the country's highest court of appeal remains the Privy Council.
And if you believe that they have come around to thinking that we are equals, you have another thought coming. Many of them still believe that we are substandard, we are inferior, and they should treat us as they want to treat us. Today I want to call on our friends in the United Kingdom to review that unjust action. He
asserted that it is time for Trinidad and Tobago to achieve full independence by severing ties with the Privy Council.
But it is unfair, it is unjust, it is disgraceful that they will disregard our wider national interests, put a fee on us, and tell us why you have to come to us to have our lords tell you what is right and wrong. You have to pay for a visa to come and do that. Trinidad and Tobago must complete its independence and get to hell out of the Privy Council.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates Television News.
Nicole Dyer-Griffith, wife of former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, has been battling stage 3 breast cancer since her diagnosis in April 2024. But when she thought her battle was almost over, she complained of persistent headaches and subsequently did an MRI scan where it was discovered that the cancer had spread to her brain. She has since undergone a successful surgery to remove the tumor. In a TikTok video posted on March 14th, she shared details about this latest development, providing an update on her journey.
I did the MRI, and as I mentioned, a few days before Carnival, the MRI came back, and there is a tumor in my brain. And that is what you call a brain mets, which is metastasis. That is when the cancer would have spread to another part of the body. And so it went to my brain. And when I got the news, I was like, you cannot be serious.
Acknowledge that although this was an unwelcome development, she finds solace in the biblical story of Job.
And I said, God, seriously, what is going on? Seriously. And I kept going back. It kept coming in my head, the story of Job, the story of Job. And so I went and I started reading up a little bit about the story of Job. And really, it speaks to weathering storms, and it speaks to your faithfulness and being tested and really, pushing the boundaries and pushing the limits, and in all of that, not losing hope.
She expressed gratitude to all her supporters, whom she described as both bond and blood families. She also encouraged those who have been praying with her to extend their prayers to her family, noting that this is a difficult time for them as well. She recently shared photos from her hospital surrounded by family following her most recent surgery. The weather report is up next.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorns Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorns Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight is expected to be generally fair and hazy apart from the odd brisk shower. Tonight's temperature drops to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow predominantly hot, sunny and hazy despite the low chance of an odd shower. A mostly fair but slightly hazy night is expected. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 meter to 2 meter in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 6:07 and sunset at 6:13. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. Trinidad and Tobago's election date set for Monday, April 28. TTA-LPA expressed gratitude and support for injured pilot. Top Cop visits alma maters on his first official visit to Tobago, and the former Prime Minister calls on TNT to leave the Privy Council. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.